Have you ever tried to add a basket weave to one of your projects and by the time you were done with it, it looked like a drunk monkey got a hold of your project? Well, I have. I hate that monkey. Today I'm going to show you how to keep the monkeys at bay. That's coming up. Hello everyone, my name's Daniel Reitz. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to add a basket weave to your project. More importantly, how to keep the lines straight. When I first started doing it, there were days and projects where those lines were going all over the place. I had gaps in my pattern. I had crooked stamps. The monkeys were in full force. Well, today we're going to show you how to make sure that doesn't happen. So the first thing that we need to do is simply case our leather. We can't tool or stamp leather without the right amount of moisture in there. And for that, I'm going to keep it real simple. I'm just going to spray the leather, get it moderately wet, give it a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes to soak in. We want to let it start coming back to that original color, maybe have a honey color to it. Then we can start adding our tooling window to it. To do that, I'm going to grab my wing dividers, I'm going to set them at 1/4 inch, and I'm going to work my way around the edge of the leather. Once I've got that done, I'm going to grab my straight edge, I'm going to set it up on a diagonal, and I'm going to draw a straight line between two opposite corners. Then we're going to pick a spot roughly in the middle of the project, and that's where we're going to start our pattern. But before you make that first strike, make sure that your stamp is on the line, not next to it. If you look really close, you can see it right here. That line runs right through the center of the bar on the side of the stamp. That's what we're going for. Then we're going to spin it around, do one on the top and bottom. And I like for those stamps to barely overlap. You can overlap it as much or as little as you want, but make sure they overlap a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to end up with gaps in the pattern. So I like to run that entire first line before I start working outward. Now that's up to you. You don't necessarily have to do that. I really like doing it because I think it sets up the pattern really nicely for the next few layers that we're going to be adding to it. Once a line's been established, we're just going to go back and start connecting the dots. That stamp should fit perfectly in those open spaces. So you're going to notice pretty quickly that you run out of dots to connect and lines to follow, and you're going to end up with a triangle-shaped pattern and no more guides to follow to finish it out. So what do? Typically, this is where the monkeys are going to start showing up if you don't know how to set up the rest of the pattern. What I like to do is simply grab my straight edge, and I'm going to use the lines that we've created in the pattern so far to finish out and extend those lines. We're going to go from one side of the tooling border down to the other. I want the line to run right through that line that we've established with our stamp. Probably gonna have to repeat that step a few times to finish out the pattern, especially on larger projects, but don't get frustrated when you run out of lines and dots. Just create new ones, use the pattern to extend those lines, and keep doing that until you finish out the pattern. And that is how you keep the monkeys at bay. That's going to do it for this video. I will see you in the next one. In the meantime, go make something amazing.